We start all our beds making a big wide space around the area, and then we use a UV tarp temporarily just to cover and kill the grass, and then they get stored in the shop in the winter. And when we're done with them, ooh, I just noticed a passion flower. How pretty. Anyway, so they start out like this, and then they end up like this. So this bed has, we've got carrots, poke root, which I use for the Missouri herbs business, asparagus, a random volunteer tomato, canna lily, and then the cantaloupe is growing in the asparagus and in the corn. And the thing I want to point out mostly is these wide beds, the wide walkways. They make it super, super easy to navigate. So here's the corn. And also wide beds, super wide beds, because this grass is going to just keep coming at you. So we do cover and kill the grass somewhat and replant with clover. But the grass is still going to keep creeping in. So by having oversized beds and oversized walkways, you just recover every winter. And then here we've got more poke growing in with the corn, and marigolds, and okra, and another poke, tomatillo. Here I'm growing a little tiny dog. Hi, tiny dog. Peppers. We like to use a combination of cut grass. We wait to mow until the grass is really pretty long, and then we rake it up and use that in the garden, and it's so awesome. And then the straw was exposed to water and weather, and all the seeds germinated. And then mustard, and I love these little spinny things from Mexico. All the little spinny things. So that is some super old hay bales that our neighbors donated. They're 3 or 4 years old, so the seeds are all germinated, and that goes in there too. And let's see, where's some of the, well, I don't have any raked grass, but so these beds started out by just cover and kill, and then we added some rabbit poop from the neighbors, cut grass, little logs and sticks that were starting to decompose like this. Just pile it up. It's so easy to use your lawn to harvest compost material or mulch material for your beds. And then keeping the garden far away from the fence line. The fence line is your trap for all the stuff you don't want in your garden, especially bindweed, vines, roses, which I love, but not in the garden. Just space, lots of space. Here's a row I haven't raked up yet. So we wait until the grass is about, I don't know, a few inches tall, and then we mow it, and then I just rake it up after it's gone from green to brown. If you're worried about killing the grass, just rake it up green and pile it up somewhere till it gets rid of some of that heat, and then it just goes right in here with whatever else I can find. And it's just such an easy space. If grass comes up, it just pulls right up. I've got onions, tomatoes, cucumbers are way overdue for harvesting. Big beautiful tomato plants. Cabbages we harvested. And these poke, so I harvest poke and then put the tops back in the ground and in pots, and the ones in pots aren't looking too good, so they're going in the ground today because it's a beautiful day. But this is our happy place. And we let the poke grow wherever she wants to because she's kind of the boss around here. What else? Well, we don't put too many of the same kind of plants together. We do have 2 tomato plants kind of close together, but interspersed in that is marigolds and basil and onions. And this is going to be cilantro here pretty soon. Actually, I'm growing it for coriander for my face butter. But it's just a beautiful space. We don't till. I haven't tilled in, I don't know, 14, 15 years maybe. Just cover up. And the tarps, it has to be UV billboard tarps. Regular tarps from big box store. They're going to break down in the sun and put microplastics in your soil. These UV tarps don't start breaking down for 10 years. And especially if you keep them stored properly, they're going to last. Oh, my perennial bed. The other thing that's awesome is little stakes at the edge of the garden and things at the edge of the garden bed so that the hose doesn't hop over and smash your plants. So these are little hose guides, which I love, and then we put the bathtub here to guide the hose on this one. I got cow peas and sage and portulaca in there somewhere, and oregano. And then in here, I've got motherwort, Queen Anne, fennel, which I was hoping would be decimated by the butterflies, but there was one caterpillar, but now it's gone, so I think a bird got it. Passion flower, as it comes out of this bed, I'm just pulling it to the walkway and guiding it over to the hoop. So here's the motherwort, wormwood, which is just, the smell is incredible, and it's so soft. I love this. Yarrow. This was just a little plant in the field I transplanted here. Lamb's quarters. Monarda. These three seem to go really well together. The Monarda, the yarrow, the wormwood actually, and the fennel. They all look so beautiful together. And then along the trail here, I'm guiding the passion flower up to the arch. So the cow peas, you can use the leaves like spinach. You can use the little beans as they're coming on, like green beans, or you can let them go to full maturity, like a dried black-eyed pea, and cook it that way. It's a triple harvest, and I think it's the largest concentration of zinc in any plant grown in the US. And then on this side, since the butterflies love this Monarda, I've got my little, I need to clean their water today, little watering thing for the butterflies. And there's a mullein hiding in there somewhere. Well, here's the prettiest boy ever. Loofah. Some of Steve Lee's Janessa crystals, more poke. She does what she wants. There's the most handsome baby boy kitten ever. There's my tiny dog. Hi, tiny dog. It's Dipper Dot, Duke of Mandelbrot. This baby boy kitten. So, old hay bales. There was a giant pile of dirt. We just popped we popped a pumpkin in there. And then in between the fruit trees, we did Grandma's zinnia garden. This is Grandmother's temporary stone. And then so she gets to be by her zinnias. And there's going to be sunflowers. Random tomato came up here. Zinnias, apple, pear, and peach trees. And the sunflowers are going to go here pretty soon. Anyway, that's a little tour of our garden.